Welcome to the Canon of Classical Music in 10 Works, a listener's guide spanning from the Baroque era to the 20th century. We cover 4 eras: Baroque, Classicism, Romanticism, and the 20th century, including the development of opera. Each era has distinct forms, orchestration, and roles of emotion, guiding the evolution of classical music. Starting with Baroque I, Bach's Brandenburg Concertos. These were dedicated to the Margrave of Brandenburg, though initially without response. They are known for their extremely varied instrumentation, like the harpsichord, as a solo virtuoso instrument. Recommended recordings include Trevor Pinnock and Reinhard Goebel. Baroque II features Antonio Vivaldi's The Four Seasons, one of the first programmatic works. Each concerto is accompanied by a sonnet, a score of words. Fabio Biondi and Nigel Kennedy offer recommended recordings. Moving to Classicism I, Mozart's Symphony No. 40 in G minor. It's one of the few Mozart symphonies in a minor key. There are 2 instrumental versions, with and without clarinets. Recommended recordings are by Carl Bohm and John Elliott Gardner. Classicism II is Ludwig van Beethoven's Symphony No. 5 in C minor. This is a model example of motivic work, often associated with the, quote, fate knocking at the door motif. Herbert von Karajan and Carlos Kleiber recordings are recommended. Romanticism I brings us Frédéric Chopin's Nocturnes. Chopin drew inspiration from bel canto, creating a singing line on the piano. He viewed rubato as an element of style, not freedom. Listen to recordings by Arthur Rubinstein and Maurizio Pollini. Romanticism II is Swan Lake by Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky. The premiere was coolly received, with success coming later. The swan theme is one of the most recognizable motifs in classical music. Check out recordings by Herbert von Karajan and André Previn. Opera I is Georges Bizet's Carmen. It was initially criticized for its, quote, immorality. Bizet died shortly after the premiere and did not live to see its success. Carlos Kleiber and Herbert von Karajan are recommended conductors. Opera II is Giuseppe Verdi's La Traviata. It's based on The Lady of the Camellias. It's considered one of the first, quote, contemporary operas for its realistic plot. Recommended recordings include Carlo Maria Giulini and Riccardo Muti. Moving into the 20th century, Gustav Mahler's Symphony No. 2, Resurrection. The finale features a choir and organ, representing, quote, symphony as a world. The work explores existential themes like death and transcendence. Leonard Bernstein and Claudio Abbado provide excellent recordings. 20th Century II focuses on Maurice Ravel's Bolero. It features one melody with growing orchestration, serving as a study in crescendo. Ravel considered the work an, quote, orchestral experiment. Listen to recordings by Pierre Boulez and Herbert von Karajan. In summary, we've explored 10 works across 4 eras and 5 musical forms. The evolution shows a shift from form to expression and finally to orchestral coloring. A key recommendation is comparative listening, focusing on different conductors. To practice listening, compare 2 recordings of the same piece, paying attention to tempo and articulation. Notice the motif, instrumentation, and dynamics. Noting these differences is like reading the score by ear. A YouTube playlist, exactly as planned in this video, will be available to guide your listening experience through these pivotal Baroque works. This playlist offers an identical structure to the video and will cover the 2 major classicism works discussed. The playlist is also available for the Romanticism era, helping you explore the Nocturnes and Swan Lake, focusing on musical expression. You can also use the playlist to listen to the 2 essential operas, Carmen and La Traviata. Finally, the playlist will feature the 20th century works, allowing you to explore the modern use of orchestral color.